Hello guys, Mini Joda here and welcome back to another episode of Parasite Eve. This is part 3. Let's continue where we left off. We're gonna go ahead and head to the room where we just fought Eve. And then we're gonna jump into that little opening that is behind the piano where Eve decided to run off after fighting us. So let's do that. Where'd she go? Let's jump in. And this is a new area that we're gonna explore. This is right underneath the opera in our chase after Eve. Okay, keep going straight. The path is pretty much straightforward, so keep going. You're gonna have a few encounters here and there. The rats that are here are a little bit... they give you a little bit more experience than the ones above, so I would say if you have to do a little bit of grinding, go ahead and come here. That's the reason why I decided to come here straight after the battle with Eve instead of heading upstairs and do more grinding unnecessarily. These rats give you more experience, so go ahead and jump down and fight to your heart's content. There's gonna be a few encounters here. Also, there's a new enemy here, which is a frog. He's pretty short range, which is a little bit annoying if you're using a handgun like I am. Because if you've noticed, the handgun has low range, which means that you're gonna have to get close. See? So because I'm shooting from afar, I'm not doing too much damage to the frog. You have to kind of get within range in order for you to do that. I also didn't talk about this technique before, which is that basically, because you can shoot 2 bullets, you can spread it among enemies. So what I do is that I pick one target, damn it, pick one target, and then, ouch! You pick one target and then pick the other one, and that way you can kill 2 enemies if they're weak enough, and kill them during the same round. Perfect, level up. Okay, let's continue. That's the reason why I don't like handguns too much. Unfortunately, for this first section of the game, you don't have much choice. I am going to equip this new weapon. I like it better than the other one only because it can shoot 3 bullets instead of 2. The way that the mechanic works in the game is that when you have a gun with multiple shots per round, the overall damage is spread among the number of bullets. So don't think that because I'm shooting 3 times instead of 2 that I'm going to be doing way more damage. It is a little bit more, but it's not that significant. I would say that if you want to go with 2 or 3, that's probably ideal. Wait, little girl, don't go. Okay, so the little girl runs off, but before you go after her, grab this chest over here, and there's a couple more in the back. As I was mentioning before, the chests are completely random. So you might get the same items that I'm getting, but you might get even better ones. Hopefully you'll have better luck than I am. I am going to use some medicine because I'm kind of running low on space. That's a little bit of the problem with the early levels, that you don't have much space, so you always have to manage your inventory accordingly. And I'm going to use this right away. I do recommend that if you're going to use any power-ups, to use them on the same gun. Because the way that it's going to happen is that after this day/mission is over, you're going to be able to transfer those bonus onto a new weapon that you want. If you find a stronger one, you can transfer those into the new one. So I recommend that if you can, to add them into the same weapon that you're using until you decide to transfer them over to a new one. For the moment, I cannot do anything. Yeah, see, I'm running a little low on space, so what you can do is put your items onto these chests momentarily. I'm only doing that so... Oh, offense 2, nice. So I guess that kind of makes up for the wasted offense +1 that I used before. It's not really wasted, I mean it's just 1 point. But the reason why I used it is because, well, first of all, I totally forgot about this gun that I was gonna get. And also, because I'm running low on space. So now that I used up all of the power-ups that I got, now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the medicines that I put in the chests, and let's move on. Like I said, it's a pretty straightforward path. There's no way you're gonna get lost. There is a couple of stairs that you can go up in the previous room, but it goes in the loop, so don't bother. They don't do anything. If you want to fight, you know, a couple more rats, you can do that, but there's no items up there. It does give you a better view of the items that are in the previous room that we just completed. You know, if you happen to kind of get lost, you can go over there anyway. But don't bother. Damn it, I'm getting hit by that tongue all the time. That's why I can't wait until I switch over to a longer range weapon, which I'm gonna get pretty soon. I'm pretty excited for now. Kind of keep your distance from the tongue, then move closer and shoot them. And also be careful with the reloads. If you can, you know, if it's not too boring, try to reload prior to or after every single battle, because, you know, otherwise you're gonna have to reload in the middle of your turn, which of course is not ideal, but it's also not that bad either. I mean, in the end, this is an RPG, so your levels and your equipment depend a lot as to how you're going to perform. Yeah, let's use this. And I could go ahead, go back and level up a little bit, but there's really no need. I think I'm ready. I'm also kind of OCD when it comes down to organizing my inventory, so I apologize for that. I know it's kind of tedious to watch me go through the sorting, but I'm OCD like that, so. Eve! I think I'm gonna give Aya more of a softer voice that kind of suits her personality, I think, better. Hold her right there! My body's getting hot again. Ha ha ha, Aya's ready to take me on by herself. Well, even if you did have more people with you, you'd just burn, right? Or they just burn, sorry. Everyone else but you are... Tell me, Eve, why? Why me? Why am I the only one? You'll find out, eventually. I don't know why I gave her that voice. Even if you don't understand, don't worry, your mitochondria will. They've always known. If you're going to give me some time, I'll give you some time to evolve. And the day shall arrive when you will awaken. Well, I totally screwed that one up. Up the resolution a little bit while I was watching the cutscene, since I can't read the letters, they're too small. Okay, I guess this is your official first boss fight. This is a little bit more challenging than the first battle with Eve that we had before. This enemy has two targets, one at the tail and one at the head. If you shoot the head, it won't do much, only because it has a lot of defense up until you take down the tail, so go ahead and shoot the tail until it dies, and also try to avoid that tail swipe that he does, which you saw me almost get hit by. Okay, so we're moving on to phase 2. Yeah, we're pretty strong right now. He should die pretty quickly. Now that the tail is dead, you can go ahead and shoot the head. But he also does a new attack, so try to kind of keep your distance and watch out. Yeah, that fire. Keep your distance and keep shooting the head. Also, he's gonna try to melee attack you in both rounds. That's why I would suggest keeping your distance and keep shooting away. Ow! Okay, so I miscalculated that a little bit. I guess a good opportunity to show my heal. Yeah. And as you see, my parasitic energy goes down every time I use an ability. That is... I guess it substitutes MP from other RPGs, and that allows you, or at least prevents you, from spamming attacks all over. And you get a new vest from beating your first boss. When I will awaken, just tell me what you want, Eve. Okay, so we survived, but unfortunately Eve did run away. That sucks. We're live in front of Carnegie Hall, which has become a scene of complete chaos. Miss, you're the sole survival of this horrible ordeal, correct? Until now, this combustion theory has been acknowledged only by occult enthusiasts. Please, just leave me alone. This incident happened to take place on Christmas Eve of all nights. I would like to represent the citizens of the city and interview you exclusively. So your partner comes up and I think he was... Oh! Oh god, I forgot about that. Everyone is so violent in this game. Are you crazy? Jim, did you get this on tape? Scram, buddy! You tell him. Daniel. So yeah, this is your partner. Sorry I'm late, Aya. Oh my god. Aya, you okay? That was really something that happened back there. Yes, oh, but my date. Heard from a cop that your boyfriend ran out of here like a wuss, haha. Sorry your date didn't go well. It's not like that. I had him escort me cause he kept pestering me for a date. Yeah, but of all places, the opera? There's a story, huh. So why the opera, huh? Is that the in thing right now? Saw the ad in the paper. I don't know, just caught my eye. Don't tell me you were onto this case. Haha, so you finally got some cop instinct in you, huh? Instinct. Daniel, shouldn't you be with your son? It's Christmas Eve. He knows his dad's a cop. My boy understands. Anyway, to change the subject, I heard things from people who were there. But this is one hell of an incident, huh? Mitochondria. Mitochondria? Symbiosis? When was I at the hospital? Or in the hospital? Hey Aya, you asleep? Oh well. Don't blame you, after what you've been through tonight. Okay. Like I was saying before, the story gets a lot into... if you know a little bit about biology, you understand what they're talking about when they use those terms. The story's gonna get a little bit more involved into that. It all started with this incident, 6 days that were to become a nightmare for all. People will eventually forget and go on with their lives. But I will never forget it. It was pure terror, but... it was also 6 days filled with familiar memories. Oh, and terror it will be. That is for sure. That's the survival horror aspect of this game. It's mostly RPG, it's not really scary, per se. It's just a little disturbing to see, you know, the mutations. And with that we complete Day 1. We're gonna move on to Day 2, Fusion. Day 2 is actually pretty dialogue heavy, so I think I'm gonna go a little bit further. Kinda cut that out from the next episode. Let's move on. Hey, you okay? You ought to be resting. Wish I could, but I'm the only one who knows what happened last night. I've been gathering some info on Melissa. She's got no relatives. And no close friends. She was sick, off and always on some kind of medication. The people at the opera said they were amazed she could even stand on stage. Her apartment burned down right after the incident, so we have no info on her medication. So what's the spontaneous combustion stuff all about? It wasn't exactly spontaneous. People were actually set on fire. Oh, come on. Like one of those ESP things? That's the best way to describe it for now. ESP, huh? Well, I'm not buying it. But if you're right, how are we supposed to deal with something like that? I believe her. After all, Aya's the only witness so far. But if you're gonna take on a suspect like that, you'd better ask Baker for a better sidearm. Okay, let's talk to Captain Baker. And get our better weapon. I read your report, still hard to believe, but we can't deny all those deaths. We're going to go all out to solve this case. Make sure you're well equipped. go down to the weapons department and give this permit to Torres. He'll help you out. And you get a mod permit, which is going to help you upgrade your weapons from this point on. But I think I'm gonna leave that for next episode. For now, I'm going to save. We're gonna go ahead and explore the rest of the police station and then move on to our next mission. For now, let's save. Actually, let me go ahead and reload before anything. And then, you know, equip the new armor that I got from before. Also sort out because, you know, OCD and stuff. And for now, let's go ahead and save and call it an episode. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please give me a like, comment, subscribe if you wish. And as always, enjoy.